calling you a radical. So, a couple things to talk about today. Tepco's been out, which Tepco is run by the United States. Ask Lake Barrett. He calls it the witch's brew, which is verifying Kevin Blanch's work that I came up with in Argentina syndrome in March of 2011. These cars, well, Fukushima has proved that China syndrome is very real, which I named Argentina syndrome. So they're coming out now. Now get this. There's idiots out there on the internet who claim to be professors. Academia is so captured. It's as bad as the BB bootlickers we call Congress, giving a mass murdering war criminal standing ovations. I mean, most disgusting, vile fucking thing in our lives. These are the same type of morons that have hijacked academia. Oh, I know. I was at the #1 school in the United States running the show. Blackballed for telling the truth and taking on the cartel, the nuclear cartel. So, Tepco's out and says, there are idiots saying all the spent fuel, all the nuclear fuel waste can fit in a swim pool. Really? Really? Tepco comes out and admits alone there's 880 tons just at one nuclear melted down facility. 880 tons. Now, we're talking 14 years. We're going on 5,200 and 300. 5,200 and what? 70, 80 days. They finally get in there and claim they get a piece of it. They get a couple grams. You heard me, a couple grams. People are so illiterate in this country. They don't even know how many grams are in a pound. They don't even know how many pounds are in a ton. I mean, they're gonzo. It's like talking geography. I mean, it's, there's places in Russia you can analyze, you can literally walk between the two, U.S. Putin says he wants Russia back. Trump probably gave it to him. The Gulf of America, Costa Rica. So, they say they've got a couple grams. They've analyzed it. Oh, this is coming out. It's more brittle than they thought. More brittle. What are you talking about? Than they thought. They just make shit up now. So, in it, they say there are traces of uranium. Of course there's traces of uranium. You stand on the state line, turn uranium 238 into 235. Natural uranium out of here is not what we use in a nuclear reactor. I mean, centrifuge process is so fucking disgusting and vile and nasty. And some zirconium. Well, that's the rods. Okay. So it was a little more brittle. What are you talking about? Brittle. They just make shit up now. A couple grams, 880 tons. They can't get near these cores. They will never get down there. So they're talking about what they're thinking about doing in 2037 or 2051. What? The meltdown happened in 2011. These cores are into the Pacific Ocean. This ties into, this is me and Tim Martin's freaking historic work. In Oregon, you get this nowhere. ODFW ain't going to do it for you. WDFW. NOAA fucking denied any of this storm, and then they called it an unusual mortality event freaking 10 years after the fact and declared it over. And I'm like, it ain't over till Kevin Blanch tells you. So, half pounder. What's a half pounder? So people are so gonzo, they think the salmon live in rivers in Oregon, Washington, Idaho. No, they spawn in rivers. They're born in rivers. They live in the Pacific Ocean. So, what's a half pounder? What's a half pounder? Half pounder is a stillhead salmon the first time it comes home. They come home twice. They're only a year old when they come home. Now, the stillhead started to collapse immediately in 2012 because they go to sea 1 year. Go back out to sea, come back second. I said, Chinook won't collapse. Now, remember, we had record returns on all these rivers until 2016. Kevin Blanch, they'll collapse in 2016. Why? Because they go to sea 5 years. Oh, did they? In symphony with the waste disease, just the fucking deadly fucking plume, the mirror die-off, the gray whale, the humpback, fucking all the fucking death. They're all in symphony with each other. Fuck, we know factually the great outlier happened in 2011. We know this. The plutonium fires, the Great Salt Lake going dry. Freaking all this started in 2011, 2012. It's unarguable. The cancer epidemic, 2011, 2012. heart attack epidemic. It's called an outlier in science. We don't do mystified, stump, fucking bewildered. We don't do all that shit. We get to work. First, you hypothesize the knowledge. So, the half pounders. So, we're on this, Martin and I. So, the Rogue River. We've been calling them, working it to get this data out on the road. So, they use test nets. There's no dams there. And the test nets and the nets don't, the gill nets don't lie. They take out everything. I mean, everything, every fish. So the test net data came in yesterday for the year. 60 pools. 60 pools. And I mean, they pull them all. 60 pools. 60 pools. I'll show you the data. 60 pools, what do we have? 700 fish. 700, that's total. That's total, 700. Now, they're showing the 10-year average is 1,700. Now, let's remember, the 10-year average is already into the Fukushima years. Because 10-year average would only take us back to, what? 2016. And we're talking on stillhead. So, we got to go back to 2010. How many was the half pounders in the pool in 2010? Not 1,700. Well over 20,000. Well over 20,000. Well, it was actually more like 60,000. This is off a cliff. These fish are sucked up skinny. The derby. The fish derby, they just concluded. Yeah, the Rogue had a fish derby. 64 fishermen. They're on boats. They got fish finders. They got it out. For 4 days, 16 hours a day. 16 total fish. 16. What was that number in 2010? 16,000. I mean, this is the greatest acute collapse in fucking history. That's called an outlier in science. We don't do mystified, stumped, baffled, curious, alarmed. We don't do any of that shit. We get to work first hypothesis of knowledge. There's a full-blown out meltdowns. They're further in the Pacific Ocean. It's going to break the eco chains and take out the plankton. And then everything's going to fucking go from there. It's caused a heat dome over the western United States. Great Salt Lake's going to go dry. The Great Salt Lake was at perfect levels in 2011, 2012. My spiral jetties prove it. Video killed the lion-ass media stars. Fucking the Zionist bootlicker media. The Middle East, they are the nuclear cult. This is the greatest cover-up in human history, the greatest crime in human history. I'll post the picture of the number. This is a catastrophe. They're dying to see. In symphony with the gray whales, in symphony with the humpback whales, in symphony with the blue whales, and this whole horse shit that blue whales are going silent. That's what it is, horse shit. They're going dead. It's like everything else is. Pacific Ocean dies, stock market makes all-time highs. TikTok, let's keep Diablo Canyon clock open. Lessons from Fukushima unlearned. The greatest crime in human history is the cover-up of Fukushima. So Tepco is saying, yeah, well, maybe in 2037 now we can get a new method. Maybe in the year 2525, if mine is still alive. You're trying to tell me, and the whole scientific community, I'm a butcher, what's cow? I'm a baker, what's cake? I'm a fisherman, what's a boat? I'm a scientist at Weber State, at Cal Berkeley, at fucking San Diego State, at UCLA, at USC, at Oregon State, at Washington State. What's Fukushima? Derelict bootlickers. They're no different than Congress giving BB the greatest war criminal fucking in history standing over. Think about how they've hijacked our country. And everybody stands down. And people are trying fucking media for what a bunch of derelicts. This is the greatest fucking crime in human history, the cover up of the greatest event in human history. Trying to tell me 4 full core meltdowns, there's no byproduct? Then why are we so afraid of them? See no nuclear, speak no nuclear energy, why are we so afraid of them? We're afraid of them until they happen. And we just ignore them. So this is a big story. So these salmon have collapsed in the Pacific Ocean, along with everything else. I mean, it's all in symphony with each other. I mean, too blind to see the nuclear writing on the wall. You're not ready for the fall. Well, the fall already happened. This fucking catastrophe, the plutonium fires, they're all in symphony. Look up when I'm the guy that named it, the Great Western North American Heat Dome. I'm the guy that named the blob the blob. Now they're coming out and saying, yes, the blob happened in 2014, which they're wrong. The blob happened earlier than that. And I want to talk a little bit about this. There's such an algae plume epidemic moving across the country right now. All the lakes, all the rivers, you know, Montana's had to shut all theirs down. It's going on here. It's going on everywhere. Algae plume is taking over all our waterways. Why? Because the healthy species has been wiped out since 2011, which I predicted all that. You take out, how many times have I walked through those tide pools? My tide pool work alone is a Nobel Prize worthy. Well, some kind of prize. I get shit. I say, you can see it. I'm the guy that said first reported you could see the plume thing. So what happens when the healthy species moves out? The invasive species. What's the invasive species? The lowest form of life. What is the lowest form of life? Algae. Black mold. That's the lowest form. That's what's taken over. Because the insects are gone. All the stuff of life. You know, I got a great idea. Let's boil all the Earth's water over and over. That'll cool down the Earth. Up is down, black is white, wrong is fucking right. These psychos are insane. These are suns bringing star power to Earth. Bringing star power to Earth. These are suns. Never happened in Chernobyl, never happened to Mayak, never happened at Santa Susana. You know, never happened at Pathfinder. Never even happened at Chernobyl. None of them. Well, it happened. Our worst fears. And it was 4 of them. 4. Not to mention 8 fucking spent fuel pools. The biggest loads of spent fuel on the planet. Huh. Yet Congress wants more of the bootlicker. Well, it's the same Congress that gives standing ovations to the greatest war criminal in human history. Fucking BB. Academia is falling in the same thing as the media, as anything. These imperialist fucking creeps taking over our country. Academia is a total fraud. But what is it in this country? This is the greatest event in human history. Yes, it's just a hair more brittle. We got a couple grams out of 880 tons. That's not even talking the cores. They're talking spent fuel. The cores are burned into the Pacific Ocean. They're stars. And it's dumb Argentina syndrome. Blanch. So, stay tuned. Fucking hell of a journey, right? Fucking, oh my God. The greatest PhD in human history. The greatest PhD opportunity in history was the Fukushima meltdowns. I knew there were meltdowns that day. It took me up to 2 years to convince anybody was even one. They're fucking. The nuclear energy frogs have been boiled nicely. This is the greatest ecology. And we don't do mystified stump out. We have this well data. It's all the whales. The sperm whales, the humpbacks, the grays, the blues. We have all that data. We have all the Chinook. We have all the half-pounders. We have all the steelhead. We have all the data. We have the starfish, the wasting disease. Wasting, no, please. We thought solvers know that. The guy who wrote the thing said, come around, we still don't know. How about the common mirror fucking wipe out, dog? All of this is acute radical catastrophe. That's called an outlier in time. We have all that data. We know factually, unarguably, the greatest outlier in fucking human history was 2011 happened in the Pacific Ocean. But what happened? A meteor strike? No. A Krakatoa form and fucking coat a layer of fucking soot all over the fucking earth? For a decade? No. 4 full core meltdowns, bringing star power. You know how hot a meltdown is? Many, many millions of degrees.
Thought you were alive.
Did you retire?
I thought you died.
You wish.
I called Davey West.
Oh, I'm around.
He don't even answer his phone. I don't know if he's dead.
I don't either. What about you?
You live fine.
I know, but still, I ain't seen him.
You seen?
I haven't seen him.
Oh,
What about you? You should retire?
no.
Well, I've been up there. I ain't seen you.
I don't know what time you get up there.
What, are you hiding in the closet?
Well, what time do you get up there? By 4?
Yeah.
Well, then I'm gone.
No, I've been up there early a few times. I asked your girl, what's her name? Where you been? She says, I don't know. I ain't seen him. She says, go check that one closet. He sleeps in there a lot.
I was on vacation till the
There's 3 months?
of July.
Oh,
I took about 6 weeks.
that's why everybody thought you retired.
I was just, now you're roaming Utah or Ogden.
Always been roaming Ogden.
Alright,
I'm the new mayor. Didn't you know that?
alright. I gotta go out and grab water.
All right. I'll come in and see you, brother.
Okay.
So, oh boy. Bringing star power to Earth. Oh boy. Stand tuned.